everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. I am Geese's what part am I? Oh right, his hairy pubic hair. I'm Geese's hairy pubic hair.
And I am that ghost that follows you around just so I can use your body to grill some meat, Sobroni.
I'm just glad that both of our intros were equally as grotesque.
Yeah.
Also, if no one knows what the anime I'm referencing, what I said makes even less sense somehow. But either way, welcome back to G&A podcast, where we talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb. How you doing, Oni?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Drew?
I'm fine. Today is definitely the recovery day after the birthday shenanigans. Thanks to everyone who showed up and showed me love. I appreciated it.
Mm-hmm.
God, I was so fucked up. I kind of don't remember what happened last night, but either way, I am here now. We are here now. We're alive and we're kicking and all that good stuff. So that being said, let's get right into it with our new segment this week in anime. A bunch of season 2 announcements. I'll go first. Inspector anime is coming out with season 2, which would be premiering in 2022. They released a what was it called? A preview video?
Yeah.
Yep. So look forward to that. I don't think we covered it on the podcast.
I think we just watched it separately.
We watched it separately. It's pretty good. They had very fun back and forth dialogue.
Mm-hmm. It felt very Bakemono-esque. You know what it feels like? It's what that show we watched should have been. What was the show we watched that was so
wait. It was
from earlier in this year?
Tante wa mo Shindere.
Yeah, the detective is already dead. That's what I feel like. That's what this what it should have been.
Yeah, I agree.
Witty dialogue and good characters, but actual plot made sense.
Imagine that. We don't have to because you can just watch this anime.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking forward to that. Who knows? We might, if there's not enough in the season, we could definitely, I could definitely see us covering this. So yeah,
keep an eye out for it.
Oni, what you got for us?
Also in the season 2 news department, we have a season 2 for an anime we did cover on the podcast, Tonikaku Kawaii, Over the Moon for You, which is getting its second season. For those of you who don't remember, this is the same, or is the show that's done by the same guy who did Hayate the Combat Butler. It was about a cute couple living as newlyweds, and there was like kind of this weird cosmic unknown element to the main character, the main girl. So it's like a really over-the-top comedy about newlyweds. It was really fun.
It was really cute. It's definitely like rivals the cuteness of Senpai ga Uzai.
Yeah, it's up there with like the wholesome. Oh, this is so cute. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
So we, depending on the strength of that season, we also may be covering that because I did enjoy the first season.
Indeed. So with that being out of the way, and we are done with the news, it's time to move on to the reviews. And we're going to start off with Mushoku Tensei Part 2, Episode 5, which I'm assuming is going to... Well, it's definitely my episode of the week.
Yeah, it's my episode of the week. I won't split it this time, but there is another show that comes close. But yeah, no, this was my episode of the week. It was just too good. It was like...
Yeah.
It was exactly what I wanted it to be. It was Paul getting somewhat of a redemption arc, a little bit, but it was like just getting to see why Paul was feeling the way he felt and getting like and seeing him actually show his weak side or his like compassionate side and opening up.
Yeah, and all that was responsible to Geese and his bushy pubes.
Geese is the bro. He is the MVP.
Really is. He really is. I'm really mad at like the last few scenes when he's like, oh yeah, I'm shipping. Did he say that he's like going essentially to join Rudy?
I don't know if he was going to join Rudy or if he says he's just going to search for his family separately, like Paul's family separately.
Okay, gotcha. Either way, that scene where he's just like, I'm about to go. I'm just like, what is that brown thing like around his pants? I'm just like, why they give him bushy pubes for no reason? Like, I'm really stuck on that.
Listen, it's like the Middle Ages or whatever. All right, I don't think they have the best grooming techniques for their pubic area.
I mean, girl,
unless you're that one girl with the bikini armor, I guess she's really well groomed.
Listen, you at this point you could take a sword to it and you'll be just fine. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Imagine, hell no,
there's touching a lot, that. Y'all.
Not bringing a sword anywhere near my gentle area.
He needed it. He needed a sword, a spell, something.
It was good to see Paul interacting with his daughter too in the beginning.
Yeah.
Norn.
Yeah, because he had to like be a father.
Yeah, it's good to see that he could be a father somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, he was like an okay dad at the beginning. Like for that time, like a terrible husband, but a decent father, like providing for his kids, teaching his son how to fight.
To an extent.
Yeah. I mean, there gets to some point. I think Paul sees the intelligence of Rudy. And as we see in this episode, he's just like, oh, he's so smart. Why didn't he just do it?
Why didn't he just solve world hunger?
Which is what I said from like from our last podcast. So I'm like, they have this weird relationship that's not exactly it's not exactly a father and son dynamic because Rudy's just so old and just talks to him like a normal man.
Yeah,
in a lot of cases.
I love that they kept showing like Geese came in and pretty much just answered all the things that we said last week. Like, well, how can Paul do this and why did Paul do that? And Geese is just out here like, yeah, how can you expect your son who's only 11 to do all this shit?
Exactly. Geese literally talked to Paul. Well, we talked through Paul through Geese.
Yeah, Geese was us. We are Geese.
Essentially. Oh God, and yeah, he just really got him together, and I loved it. I was like, yes. Oh, what he said. So I guess he's so smart because he can see how pathetic his old man is, and then Geese was like, you don't have to be a genius to see how sad you look right now. I was like, oh
yeah, that hurt.
Get him.
Critical hit.
And then the scene where they had the best bread animation ever.
Oh yeah, the super unnecessary animation. And I was looking at the credits, bread, and it was like because it's Arc System Works. I'm like, oh, that explains why this super unnecessarily great animation is here.
Right, like it was like the most like I'm like I could smell how fresh that bread looks just through the screen.
The cleanest, most beautiful bread I've ever seen.
Right, like that, just the action, but just breaking apart.
I did also. I think we had a similar kind of like moment when Paul walked into the room while Norn was sleeping, and then the other girl was there, and Paul just walks in and it shows him like in the side angle, and I was like, oh shit, is he gonna sleep with this girl right now?
I thought that was gonna happen.
Yeah, because I heard you gasp, and I was like, "Oh, he's thinking the same thing as me." I'm like, "Oh," because the way that the camera looked, it looked like Paul. Like they didn't show his face.
Exactly, he just showed like it got very hentai-esque very quickly.
It looked like a hentai scene, and I'm like, "Oh no, Paul's gonna grab her and like throw her on the bed or something."
Yeah, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, thank God.
I feel like I think they did that on purpose. Like I think they all expect us for Paul to go back and to find in some point to be a womanizer
Mm-hmm.
and just have sex with a random woman, but it didn't happen.
Which is good. Good on you, Paul.
Yeah, good on you. Finally keeping your dick in your pants. It only took your whole family getting zapped to random parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that conversation though between Rudy and Paul was
That hurt.
that was very
That hit
tense.
me. Yeah.
That was very tense. Um, yeah, it's like there were like multiple scenes where it was just like silence. Like you
Mm-hmm.
literally could, like they literally put like sounds in the background just to break up the quiet.
Yeah, it was really good attention to detail too, because I liked how even the bartender was like noticing the conversation and how Rudy wasn't even looking at Paul in the eyes and like
Yeah,
not paying attention to what he was saying as much.
yeah, like yeah, Rudy wasn't really interacting with him at all, even though you know Paul was trying hard to connect and
Mm-hmm.
apologize. But and remember when I said how they kind of had this relationship where like I don't know, Paul and Rudy are like kind of talk like men with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like even in this scene, that still holds true. I feel like sometimes there's points where just like Rudy, Rudy is like kind of being the adult, kind of
Mm-hmm.
like that whole thing where he was like, "Okay, well, we're just the fight didn't happen. You stand here, open arms. I'm gonna run and hug you." I was like, that. I feel like that's something only like an adult would do.
Oh yeah, he'd use his mature. So, which, by the way, Paul is only 30. I was like, oh shit, Paul is super.
Yes, yes, and that makes sense why he's kind of
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it felt like sometimes in a really roundabout way Rudy would be guiding his own dad, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
But Rudy died when he in his 30s and Paul's only 30. Like like that's our age.
Yeah.
So that puts a lot into perspective.
Yeah, although
As
I
so
don't think
as
I'm anywhere near as bad as Paul would be, but I'm just saying. But at
yeah,
least he has
right.
there's more of an
Okay, I
excuse there.
mean, but if you were born with a incredibly ripped body, got intention of so much women, and wasn't told how to like keep your dick in your pants,
I mean,
dot dot dot. Yeah, exactly. And clearly, you see the breed of men that he comes from.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that's the biggest on the respect of women. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense why he's the way he is. Um, so yeah, it was very much all is well that ends well. Rudy is like, I gotta look for the others, and I think more or less he talked about it with Eris and Rudyard, Rudyard,
Mhm.
and I think they more or less agreed to go with him.
Or are they going together? Are they? No, they're splitting up, aren't they?
I think so. Question mark? Question mark? Are they?
Yeah, I think they're splitting. Like they're searching two different areas.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess we'll have to see who goes with whom.
Which, by the way, shout out to my girl Eris again for being fucking awesome this episode and protecting Rudy and sacrificing her eye for it.
I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I was gonna say the black guy. I don't think that had anything to do with Rudy.
No, she was just
I
so
didn't.
like tenacious. Like I want to save Rudy, and then Bridget was like, "Listen, I'm gonna have to like knock you the fuck out, stop you from."
uh, yeah, but she's just a kid, so she kind of doesn't understand
I
the
respect her
intricacies of all
spirit.
that.
I respect the attempt.
Uh, sure, you go, girl. Dot dot dot. So yeah, it was a very solid episode. You know, the direction was great, the tension
Mhm.
was great. Seeing them, I'm glad they didn't spend too much time being like, I hate you, I hate you,
Yeah,
Only because it's like, girl, there's so many more problems that need to be solved, like finding the rest of your family. So I'm glad we, you know, had that episode to tackle this, and then we can kind of move forward with the
Exactly.
plot. So yeah, good episode. All right, up next we have Komi-san wa Komusho this episode 5. So this episode of Komi-san, it was pretty how do I feel about this episode? How do you feel about this
I'm kind of
episode,
middle of
Oni?
the road of it. It was cute. Like some segments were better than others because it was like a lot of segments. There was like 5 or 6 different segments.
That's why I'm just like I'm trying to process it all. I'm like, what
Yeah, and
happened?
some of them I don't remember at all because they didn't leave any impression on me. And some of them I really like the one with her mother. I think that was the highlight. Just seeing
Oh
Komi's
yes,
family.
her mom. Why did I not write that in my notes? Her mom, yeah, her mom was the best
Her
part
mom easily
of the
the
episode.
savior of this episode. I like that they
Yes.
kind of trick you too because she shows up and she looks exactly like Komi and has like the serious face and everything, and then she just starts going and just starts speaking like a mile a minute.
Exactly, and acts like acts like a total ditz,
Mm-hmm.
but in a very adorable way.
Yeah, it was cute.
I will say Yaruno is very much growing on me. That I think in my opinion, that was one of the more standout parts of this episode.
She definitely stood out more this episode than she did the last episode.
Yeah, now there's no more Yamai being like, ah!
Well, there was a little bit of Yamai this episode, but like super small.
Yeah, very small. Very small.
She didn't attempt to murder or kidnap anyone this episode.
Good on her. Yeah, I don't know. Tries to once again compete with Komi and fails in every aspect. Last in the run, where she doesn't even finish the sprint. She just the moment Komi just overtakes her.
She just stops.
She just
running.
stops. She's like,
it's all futile.
got it.
It's all useless.
And then she's like, oh, you don't want to shake my hand because you want to keep being my rival, right? Yes, you're my rival now. And Komi's just like, what the fuck is happening? Oh, poor Komi.
There was also the ramen section. The ramen one was that was interesting too, but it was like, I feel like they were all just such short little segments. I would kind of wish that they lingered more on some of the segments. Like I would have appreciated if there was more to the mom part of the episode, like them visiting
the mom visiting the room. That part was great. Like Najima was really funny.
I kind of wish there was more to that. Even the ramen part was really quick. I was like, I feel like it was just a setup for one joke, and it only lasted like 2 minutes or whatever. I'm like, you could have made like maybe a quarter of the episode. Like if the episode was just like it started off with the what do you call it? The athletic event. Then it was the family thing, and then it was like ramen. I think it would have been better. They just split it into 3.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like the Chunibyo.
Yeah, the whole Chunibyo thing was like, meh.
A little, yeah. It was a lot.
Trying to squeeze a lot into one episode.
But I guess they had to like introduce her as a character at some point. I guess. So yeah, like it was okay. It just like I said, it was just like a lot. Yeah, definitely the mom and them being in Komi's room was the best part. Najima sneaking away, trying to use the bathroom when they're just spying on Tadano and Komi. But nothing happens. And he comes back in and he's like, oh, why aren't you guys uncomfortable?
Yeah, why are you just sitting in silence?
Yeah, right. And he's like, oh, I thought you were going to the bathroom. And he's just like, I lied. So yeah, that was pretty funny. So yeah, I think that and the Tadano part, I mean the Yadano part, my favorites.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, and I think that's all I have to say about Komi-san. Let's move on to Senpai ga Uzai Kohai no Hanashi, episode 5.
This one I liked better than the Christmas episode, actually.
Agreed.
I think they did a little bit more with the holiday concept. That was interesting.
Yeah, and everything was just it's very much part of the chorus. It was that had some parts definitely made me laugh. Like that one side character who was convinced that Sakurai was going to like confess her love to him.
Randomly, just like
it's one of these feelings chocolates. He's like, nope, it's 100% obligatory. 100%. Like I was like, damn. I was like, also the get wrecked.
Yeah, I get fucked. Although he did kind of like he ended up getting his 100% love chocolate whatever from
Oh girl. God. It was a crazy girl in the office. Yeah. That was like I was like, this is making me uncomfortable. This is like kind of sexual harassment, but with chocolate.
Yeah, I'll shove my chocolate in your mouth.
Into your mouth, literally. Enjoy my vodka chocolate. Vodka. I love vodka. I'm like, at this one, I'm like, is she just drunk?
Intervention.
Right? Is she just drunk on the job all the time?
Workplace intervention.
Oh, that was crazy. Oh my God, Kazuma being shocked.
Oh, that was great. Like, I love when sometimes jokes like that don't work, but this time it definitely worked. Every time they pan to him, he's doing some other, like, zoned out thing.
Like, what got me was that he just kept ordering the drinks in the machine. Like a million monsters. And then made a monster tower.
Yeah, he was not the best shape this episode.
No, he wasn't. He was down bad.
And that was interesting too, the way that they kind of like because it was what's her name's brother, but in the scene where Kazuma was watching them and he's just walking on top of the railing or whatever to look even taller.
Exactly. But speaking of, we do have a new character, which is Sakurai's younger brother. I actually forgot his name.
It's not important. I have a feeling he's not going to matter at all in the story.
Yeah, but why is he blonde? I'm still stuck on why is he blonde? Why is there like such a stark difference?
Genetics.
Why can we only tell in the eyes? Which also makes me realize everyone's eyes are very different.
Yeah, well, Futaba's friend has very different eyes than everyone else. Like, she has, like, these cat-like yellow eyes.
I mean, so it's not so much just the color. It's the
style,
the shape. Yeah, the style and the shape. Yeah. Like, they're all different, which is very interesting, because usually in most anime, people just have the same kind of style of eyes, just maybe different colors. But this is like everyone's eyes are different. No one has the same pair of eyes, or like the design of the eyes are very. I think maybe the closest to each other are the two guys, the two main character men, like Takeda and Kazuma. But everyone else has different eyes. I mean, well, also not including the siblings also have similar eyes because they're siblings. I think that's why. I think that was the yeah. But yeah, no, this is a really fun episode.
I do like that they always split up the episodes like with an A plot and a B plot between Kazuma and Sakurai and Futaba and Takeda. Like they always have their own separate plots going on parallel to each other every episode.
Yep, and somehow there's always something that overlaps between the two plots. In this case, it was Sakurai's brother.
Yeah. And there was a lot of cute moments here and there, like when even after Sakurai gave him the chocolate and he got his mood improved and everything. And then Futaba's like, why was he so happy? And they're all just trying to figure out who gave him the chocolate in the lunchroom.
Uh-huh.
And then Sakurai's just like, quick, change subject.
They're like, oh wow, she this cake. Who bought this cake?
Yeah,
The
it was
boss
cute.
and it was the boss who bought the cake.
Yes.
Best boss ever.
He is a cool boss. So he was a great. He was the MVP this episode. He got the cake for the office. He was trying to play wingman for Taba and Takeda. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Need more bosses like him.
And Takeda actually took the initiative and invited out Futaba. Something we don't see. I don't think we've ever seen that.
No, well, just like when they're on the job and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, let's go get lunch."
Yeah, because they just happen to be together.
Mm-hmm.
But this time they're in completely different places, and he invited her out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And did they end up getting ramen together?
I forget if they got ramen.
Oh, they did. No, they did. Because it was the scene with the weird owner who
yeah,
some chocolate ramen, and they're both like, yeah, we're just gonna get them some
ramen. Yeah.
Thanks.
See, that scene overlapped in my mind with the one from Komi. Like what? Right. My mind just put those two scenes together.
Word. Ha. See, and you said I didn't need to take notes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you need to note the important things, like them going to a ramen shop.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah. No, this episode was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. It's always a fun. So far, it's been really all the episodes have been at least enjoyable and heartwarming. So I love it.
Yeah. Yes, me too. All right, let's move on to Takt op.Destiny, episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I enjoyed this episode a lot more than normal. I think that's just because of the addition of the new characters.
I was gonna say this episode was a lot better than last week's episode, purely because I like the Valkyrie girl.
Yeah, same. Also, I realized I love Takt just being really mean. He
was a mean asshole this episode.
I don't usually like when he's like being such a dick, but when he's being a dick to people who are kind of dickish first, I love it. Then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh yeah, this is fine. This is fine." Like he's like a dick to the new character Felix, who is clearly evil.
Oh yeah, I was fine with that. He was evil as fuck. He's not even trying to hide his evilness. It was like it's so obvious.
Yeah, being mouthing up to Valkyrie, that was funny. And even though we like her now, I like her now, but she totally deserved it because she's like, well, you better stay here. Da 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 da. She's my sword, and that what the best part is? It wasn't just him saying mean stuff. It was like he was reading her correctly because she's like, "Can you even form a sentence without threatening someone?"
Proceeds to threaten him.
Like, can you like not just say a sentence without putting like your sword in my face? Because that's what I would have said.
Yeah, no, he was right. I mean, she did kind of like get on him first, but still, he's an asshole.
I mean, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it was great. Like him just cussing out everybody this episode that gave me life. And then of course the fighting and the art was very pretty this episode.
Music too was good. The animation was great. Like this show has really good production value and music and stuff. I don't know, like the plot is and characters can be hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah, it's the characters are kind of a little paper thin.
It really depends on what the episodes like. The main, I'm pretty sure Valkyrie's gonna be back because they kind of just like ditched her in the middle of the end of the episode. Like,
I was like, you can go. I'm like, okay, but where is she going? Like, she went back to headquarters. Like, you're not just like leaving her to die. They're just
they're leaving her to die.
I hope not. That makes me very sad. But yeah, he dismissed her like the giant dick that he is.
Hopefully she'll like wander into the into the group or something.
Yeah, I would very much like that. Uh, but and of course, because him as a conductor, he's like an asshole, bad guy. Of course, his music art is batshit crazy.
Yeah, that was not very subtle. Like she's like,
Not at all.
fucking pieces
She's
and blood right everywhere.
Yeah, she's like, yes, they're all dead.
Murder! I love murder.
Also cut to, hey, nice pretty eyes. Can I have them?
Yeah, I'm like how to write a villain 101.
Right. Oh, that was a lot. She was
Mhm.
a lot. But I love her design. She's like cool
Yeah,
though.
it's a cool design. Like I said, like a lot of the characters in the show have top tier designs. All of like a lot.
Like
So,
I don't think there's been a music art that I don't like.
like they're all really pretty. And even the
Yes.
conductors have good, like except for this asshole that's clearly a villain. I don't like his design, but all the other designs are good.
Yeah.
Lenny's
Agreed.
cool. Even Takt is kind of
hmm
whatever.
It's hard. I mean, what he fights with no
Yeah, he has
arms.
one
Like
arm, so that's kind of cool.
exactly. Yeah. Oh, God, I still remember at the end where he's like talked with his man. With he was so haughty, thinking, "Oh, I'm trying to put this stray on a leash."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Hey, do you want to work for me?" And he's like, "No, fuck off.
Yeah, he did have
Knowing
a
New
plan B
Orleans."
for that. Like, wait, what? What do you mean no?
He's like, "Wait," he just said no. I'm like, meanwhile, I'm like, why are you surprised? Have you
Yeah.
not seen this man for the entire episode? Do you think he cares about anything? He does not care about you or your plans. He cares about what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So yeah, I'm just like, you're such a dick, but I kind of stand? Question mark? I don't know.
He picked a good episode to be a dickhead.
100%. Okay. Now that we are done with that, let's move on to Mieruko-chan episode 6.
This is my other. Well, it's not my episode of the week, but it would have been if
Yeah.
Mushoku Tensei wasn't so good.
Yeah, and that's understandable.
Yeah, because
This
this episode
episode.
kind of was just like all the plot.
Yeah. It was just plot, 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 plot. And I don't know, I feel like each episode there's always an escalation of how like grotesque
Mm-hmm.
the ghouls get.
Oh yeah, they always look worse and worse and scarier.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that this episode kind of focused on Hana instead of
Yes.
Miko for a while.
Yeah, and then we get to see her get haunted by ghosts continually.
Mm-hmm.
It started out with little signs like the lights flickering, the dog
That
barking,
was really cool the way they
stuff.
did that too, because it was like set up like a traditional horror where it's just like stuff
Exactly.
is slowly building up around her and stuff like, oh, that's weird, the lights flickering. Oh, that's weird, the pillow fell over.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're just like, well, here's the ghost. It's still
Mm-hmm.
there,
Just
following
haunting her.
her, barbecuing the smaller
Like
ghost.
I like that because it shows like there's a lot of like mechanics to how these ghosts work. Like apparently the big ghost can be around her, but if the small ghosts touch her, they just like
Yeah.
burn up
Yeah,
and
the
can
her aura is like so strong
And I think it gets
and
stronger
so
if she eats because she ate something and like her aura just like
or
blew up.
yeah, exactly. So it's so interesting the fact that they're attracted to the aura, but they can't like
Mm-hmm.
well, at least the small ones can't be all up on it.
Yeah, they'll get fried.
Yeah, it's kind of like literally a moth to a flame.
Mm-hmm. But then there was that
Uh,
other ghost earlier that was like from the second episode or whatever that was just
yeah, it
like
was like all
literally
on her, literally.
grabbing her. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I think it's only like smaller ghosts. Like maybe the
Yeah.
more bigger, like the bigger ghosts are immune.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's see what else happened in this episode. Oh, Hana rescuing the dog.
Yeah, that
I'm
dog
like,
looked freaked out.
yay. I'm like, poor thing. Oh, poor thing. Poor thing. The gag is actually Hana's fault. Like he saw he saw a giant ass ghost from all the way back there, and she was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." Little did she know, it only got worse.
Yeah, I like that. That when Hana told Miko, like, Miko's like, where are you? And she's like, oh, I was in the cursed building. Miko's like, why though?
She's like,
Why are you
why?
making my life difficult?
Poor Mieruko. Oh my gosh. So after that, she's like, you know what? How about we go to, instead of doing shopping and stuff, how about we go to a shrine? Because this ghost looks even bigger than yesterday. And I can assume that's because it's been feeding on the smaller ghosts. And then, they send a prayer. Mind you, my heart literally dropped when Mieruko tossed in the coin and it like didn't, and it bounced right and on the floor. And she's just like, nope, we're gonna take two.
retry.
I honestly thought it was gonna bounce back
again.
a second time. Yeah,
me too.
But then, she asks for the spirits to help her, and the spirits help her.
Yeah, in a very just Dragon Ball Z shonen-esque way.
Yes. I mean, it wasn't even like a lot of fighting, kind of. It was just like
Bleach. It was like Bleach, basically.
Yes, it was very Bleach. Very Bleach. They're like, haha, he just have to suppress them. And then he just eats the little spirits. And I'm not gonna lie. That's what I like about the show. They give me those moments where I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah, it's fucking creepy. Like, as soon as she was rooting for them to, like, yes, do it, kill them. Oh, they're dead.
Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, what's gonna happen to her? And then they're like, it's okay, we got bigger spirits.
We got Big Daddy Fox Boy coming out to eat this guy.
And the gag is, they took the selfie, and in the selfie, you can see the giant guardian spirit eating up the evil spirit.
I like that the comedy element to it too, where it's just like all this shit is going on in the background, and meanwhile, Mingo's just talking with Hana, and she's like, "Yeah, I haven't seen that movie. Yeah,
yeah, sure.
That's my color." And then
you're going to get a lot of likes,
and then like arms are like flying around next to her, and
right?
People being decapitated and eaten.
And then she was so scared as the spirits all started gathering around her. Even though at that point, I'm just like, you can assume that they're like not bad. I mean, I can understand why she's also scared.
They could have done a better job of not intimidating her.
Maybe. I mean, listen, the moment he just said 3 times. I don't know what that 3 times means, but I'm assuming
that means he can protect her 3 times or something. Like, listen, you got 3 strikes.
I hope not, because that's terrifying.
I want to know if what happens after the 3. Like, does she just die? Like, do they possess her after 3 times or whatever?
It's yes, the 3 times. It's now we eat you. Itadakimasu.
Oh my god, watch her blow those 3 times on something dumb. Like fucking a little goblin comes up to her and she acknowledges it by mistake, and then it's like the fox shows up, kills her, he's like 2 times.
And then just disappears. I hope not. I feel so bad for Mieruko. I just want her to be happy and not traumatized.
Can't she just have a happy life?
Yo, she's gonna need so much therapy after this.
Yeah.
So much therapy. All right. Speaking of people who need therapy, the next episode of Platinum and episode 5
dropped. Because I was not watching this for a podcast, and we dropped. How dare they kill? Is this show just about killing cute girls? Is that what this show is? Is that like every plot point in this show? Like,
I will say, I do like the fact that, I feel like everyone predicted that he was going to, like, we definitely got retconned 100%. We all got retconned. And out of nowhere, Nase was like, nope, sit right there. He's just going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kills the girl. Everything that we thought wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. Which, by the way, shout out to Nase for like actually going up there and being like, I don't really care about people or anything, but I can't wait till you die. I'm gonna be happy when that happens.
Right, exactly.
That'll make my day.
Yeah, because that'll make him happy, which will make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I care about. So, and I think in this series, I'm not saying whether it's a good thing or bad thing. I think the creator, I forget his name. I think as opposed to focusing on like, the plots, the twists and turns, I think this anime is supposed to like, I think it's focusing more on like emotion and feeling to compare to Death Note. Because Death Note was just like a giant chess game, like in an anime.
This is definitely not that.
Yeah, I don't think this is it. This is definitely more emotion driven. Like, and because you see the main, because think about who the main character is. He's like, I don't want to, like, he's the opposite of Light. Like, he's nothing like Light at all.
He's a bitch.
Okay.
Sorry, I hate him. Like, well, I don't. That's a strong word. He's boring.
What?
He's so fucking boring.
Okay, I can think.
He's so generic. Come on, I don't want to hurt anybody. I want to be happy. You can't hate people. It's bad. Oh, come on. He killed a girl, like a little girl, and like planned a whole orchestration of like killing dozens of people. Can we hate him, please? Can we please kill this guy? You know what's gonna happen, right? It's gonna be a situation where this main character has to choose between killing Metropolitan Man or not, and he's gonna be like, I can't kill him because it's bad. And then Metropolitan Man's gonna escape and kill like 20 more people.
Including the girl.
Including another little girl. Watch. Guaranteed.
Yeah. But I don't know. So I don't know. I'm fine with characters who have consciences, like who have a conscience. I'm fine with the main character. It doesn't make him boring. That just makes him human. Like I don't know. Not everyone. It's like on the flip side, I'm also tired of this whole like everyone has to be a sociopath, like Light.
Well, I don't need to be a sociopath, but come on, you can't be the other side of the spectrum where he's like, you watch a guy just killing people and being like, listen.
I mean, it's very much episode 5. It is episode 5 out of 24. He needs to catch up
because he's acting like it's episode 1. He's acting like this is the pilot episode. All right.
I don't know. I feel like the eventual turn, because like his morals aren't going to stay the same as episodes go on. I
hope not.
I mean, I hope not too. I hope there is some type of change of his character.
I mean, at this rate, I'm pretty sure Saki's gonna get killed because she's a cute girl, so all the cute girls are gonna get killed.
Oh my god, you're really fucking stuck on this.
So Saki's gonna get killed.
Oh my god, get over it. She wasn't like, you literally saw her for 5 seconds.
I don't care.
Like,
well, that's my other issue. All these characters are getting introduced and like killed off immediately.
Exactly. What's wrong with that? It's for the plot. I'm sorry that she's stupid. Like, I'm so sorry she was stupid enough to be like, hardy hard, I'm gonna show myself. But she's a young girl, so
oh yeah, how dare this dumb young child show herself for help.
Yeah, well, you said it. I don't mean facetious, but that's the truth. She's a young girl, which means she's not the smartest.
I'm just not a fan of Metropolitan Man in general. Like, even as a villain, he just kind of seems like too villain. Like,
yeah, he's so generic, such a scumbag, scumbag. And then it's like, oh, but my sister. I mean, I guess he's doing this to resurrect his sister.
Why is his sister in like a glass case in some?
I was like, is this Star Wars?
Yeah, I was like, what? She's frozen in carbonite. What's going on?
Like I was like, I don't understand what's going on. With I'm like, okay, yeah, they leaned into the rich villain trope with him really hard, like a
Yeah,
lot harder than
super hard. Also,
necessary.
those are the worst school outfits I've ever seen in my life. I hate that ugly ass school outfit he had.
Oh yeah, like I literally like went on my way to just look at his face.
I did kind of enjoy the banter he had with the other guy,
With
his
his friend.
friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like they seemed like normal
I
and
mean, if they
human,
weren't
even though.
stalking middle schoolers or whatever they're like they were
Oh yeah,
doing.
and they were also like gross scumbags. But
Mm,
you know that aside, they seemed like normal.
mm,
Um, I did like the introduction of the new character, which is so. As far as I'm concerned,
mm.
I don't need the main character to be like the super smart. I'm putting plans together. I'm doing da 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 da. As long as someone around him is, and I think we found that someone.
Nase.
But no, not Nase, Nanato.
Oh, he's gonna be dead next episode. You know it.
Oh no, he's not. He's like it literally said it himself. Like, no, I'm going to die from cancer very soon.
Mm.
If he doesn't just get outright killed, but you know, I was impressed. He was like, he was like, hey, so I forced a bunch of private eyes, like professionals, to go tell me
Mm-hmm.
who the god candidates probably are. And I'm just like, that's really fucking smart.
The power of an adult and a game where everyone else is a child.
Basically. And then he happens to also be a clothes designer and
Mm.
also has a shit ton of money. So he's just a lot of resources that I don't think he's gonna die soon. Probably I give him to like halfway through the season.
That's very generous.
That is very generous. Only because I feel like he's gonna use a lot of his resources to set them up to like the next plot
Mm.
point,
I
and that
do
might take a
like.
while.
I do also like that because we find out new things about the God game every episode or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like that aspect where it's like at first it started out very simple, like oh there's 13 candidates and these are your 3 abilities, but then it keeps getting more and more complex. Like now we learn that you can give the abilities to people who aren't God candidates. Now this dude
Mm-hmm.
Metropolitan Man is gonna have like an army of sociopaths with like different
Basically.
abilities from the people he's killed. So at least there's potential. Like I was afraid it was just gonna be like Metropolitan Man and that's it. You know,
Yep. Nope. No. Yeah, and hey, they killed one girl and they introduced a new girl.
who's also going to die because she's a villain.
Yeah, I can't say it makes me upset because she seems batshit crazy. No,
Mm-hmm.
not seems, she is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is.
Because she's like an escaped murderer. So yeah. I'm actually looking forward to see where they're gonna go
Yeah, me too.
with
I want
this.
to see how this plot advances. Like, all right, so this is very much not it's not a
Mm.
great show, but it's a fun train wreck, which is fine. I like a train wreck.
Yeah, right.
I think it's
Right?
fitting
Like,
that it took place World and Harem.
yeah, yeah, like I said, I think he's trying to like make it more motion based
Mm-hmm.
than Death Note, which he succeeded. Is the execution great? But like I said, I'm fine. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is more Future Diary at this point than that's
Yeah,
because the main character is Wait,
yeah.
no, is it you? Wait, no, it's not Shit.
But in Future
Who's the
Diary,
main
the main
character?
character of Future Diary is
It's not
boring guy, boring boy.
You're right, exactly.
Well, that's my problem.
Yuki.
Like, it's Yuki. But
Yuki.
all right, this character in the show is Yuki, but somehow more generic. Because at least Yuki had the whole element of him being afraid, I guess, which was also pretty bad. But at least it served some comedy purposes.
Mm.
This guy is just whatever. I don't know. He needs something to do. I'd give him something to do besides just talking about peace and love.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm in it for the long haul. Like I said, it's casual enough that
it's not offensive. Well, it is offensive, but it's something. It's something I can deal with.
You are just mad because they killed the cute girl.
Yes, I am. I hope they kill this guy next episode just so you can feel my pain.
Who, like Naruto, the new guy? Mm-hmm. I mean, why would I feel pain from him dying?
You like him, so all things you like must be killed, just like me.
Okay, but we like them for very different reasons. I like him because he adds to the plot. You like the girl because she was.
She could have added to the plot if she had the chance. If she lived longer than 2 minutes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. This 9-year-old.
If this was Future Diary, she would have added to the plot. She would have been a secret serial killer or something.
Yeah. No, I don't think this 9-year-old who doesn't know how to use her powers really. I don't think she would have made it somehow. She was going to die eventually. TLDR.
Nah, it could have lasted long.
Well, that being said, I think that's going to wrap it up for our reviews and also wrap it up for the podcast. Only if you'd be so kind and take us away.
Guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the G&A podcast, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to catch all the episodes as they go up. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. If you'd like, you can even become a patron like all these lovely members on screen right now who make the show possible. And Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, guys, or everybody, make sure you guys don't end up like geese. Make sure you trim yourselves accordingly. I mean, or don't. I guess it's a free nation. It's a free country. You can walk around as bushy as you want, I guess.
Fair enough. I also have something I want to add very quickly, but if you guys are interested in, or if you're fans of Digimon and you were thinking about watching that new Digimon series that's out, I actually just marathoned up to the recent episode. It's really fucking good. You guys should totally watch it. I recommend it.
Wait, is it the one where they like redid
Ghost Game?
It?
No, not the redo.
No, it's a new one.
Yeah. They literally introduce a Digimon that is just Nagatoro, and she is the best thing I've ever seen.
Oh, okay, I guess I gotta watch it. Yes. One more thing. Once again, special thanks to everyone who came out and showed me love for my birthday. Really appreciate it. I'm old, y'all. I'm almost 30.
Drew's super old. Not as old as I'm gonna be next month, though. Woo!
Yeah. So once again, much love. Thank you.
And on that note, we'll see y'all next time. Until then, this has been Soroni and
Drew.
I'll catch y'all later. Later.
Bye.